everybody, welcome to Polymer Clay TV. I'm Elisa, and I'm really excited about these new tools we have because really you can do anything with them, and hence the name Do Anything Tools. These three are the Do Anything tools, and really you can do anything with them. Let me just show you them here. This has like a little swoop. This is great for smoothing edges, getting into grooves where you may not be able to get with your hands, down in a groove, which I'll show you in a minute. This one is a bigger. It has a flat side as well as a scoop side, so you can use it this way, you can use it that way, you can poke in, whatever you need, these tools will do it, and that's why I love them so much. This one's even a smaller one, like if you have to get into like where the eye or a nose is, if you're doing a sculpt. This one has like an angled, almost like a screwdriver type of thing, and also it's nicely angled on both sides. And this one has two sizes of this shape. It's like a rounded, I did a little clay piece so that you can see of the smaller and bigger. It's a little hard to see still, but that's the impression you get with it, with each side. But they have lots of uses, and these are going to be really fun, to work with. I've started working with them and I'm really enjoying them because, little story, I have man hands, in case you haven't noticed over the years. My hands are huge. My dad was 6'3", and he had big giant hands, and I inherited those hands. And yeah, so I have a hard time getting into small spaces, so using tools make my life easier, And this is the Extreme Smooth and Sculpt tool, and this has a sloped edge here as well as a smaller one here. So this again can get into really small areas, and this one it can just like burnish things out or whatever. And this is the ultimate tool. This is really good for doing poking beads, holes and things like that. I actually use the whole thing. Like if I'm doing a tube bead, I start off with the small end and go all the way up through it, and now I've got a nice hole for a tube bead. So I use that one a lot. So let me just, these are all stainless steels, so you don't have to worry about them rusting or anything like that. So which is really nice, and they'll last forever. So you buy a tool, a nice stainless tool, you'll have it forever, which is good because who wants to keep investing in tools? All right, so let me just show you here. I did this silk screen, and and that's another thing. Let me show you that. This burnishing tool is perfect for doing your silk screens. So if you were to lay on your silk screen, you can take your tool, and this will help you from not getting air pockets in between the clay and your silk screen. So it's a great burnishing tool as well, and because this end is not sharp, and this is the Extreme Smooth and Sculpt, it works really well. So I've been using that a lot for that. So anyways, this is already done. I just wanted to kind of show you here how I use it, how we use to get in the grooves. So let me peel this away. All right, stop sticking. All right, got it. Well, I almost got it. There we go. So on this particular cookie cutter, there's lots of areas that are really indented there, so sometimes the clay will stick. So this is a good time where you can use a little tool like this and come in and help you to unstick it, or to smooth out so that you can get a nice clean edge, pick away any clay that's extra, that you can't necessarily get with your hands. Also, I use this one here a lot to help me push things. Sorry, I'm off screen. To help me push it out of the cookie cutter. So let me just finish right here. You can even use this one that looks like a screwdriver to get in really deep spaces, because it's thin, it's angled, so you can get into really small spaces that you may not be able to get into with some of the others. So it's nice to have a little variety, so that you can cover all the bases that you need. And that looks like I got most of it. So with that, then I turn to this one to help me push it out of the cookie cutter. And that helps really good. You want to obviously use the flat side. You could even use the burnisher for this as well. You know, I call it a burnisher, but it's not. It's a sculpting tool. But it does act like a burnisher. So that's what I'm saying. There's lots of uses for these different tools. You just have to start playing. So let me get all my scrap clay up and show you here. I beat this up a little, but you get the idea. And so I might have missed an area here, and I can come back. This clay needed to be conditioned a little more, but you know, you can. It's good to clean up areas. You know, that's what I'm saying. Just experiment with these tools because you'll find different uses that you may not have thought of, and it will make your life easier to have good tools. That's what I always say, and especially when you got big man hands. So anyways, that's really it. I just wanted to kind of show you these new tools we got in because they really will make your life easier. So again, that's the Extreme Smooth and Sculpt. This is the ultimate tool. And then these three ones here all go together as well. And so you can, if you're interested in seeing more about them, head over to createalong.com. They want to roll off the table. And you should be able to see that on the new products, or just put in stainless tools and they'll come right up for you. So I hope you will play with these and, you know, let us know what you think. So until then, I will see you next time.